in March. We also talked about her movie debut opposite Kevin Costner. Houston plays superstar singer Rachel Moran, who is stalked by a crazed fan. Costner is the bodyguard who protects her and also falls for the singer. The movie opened to big numbers, $23 million the first weekend, but many critics panned the movie and Houston. I wondered what she thought of the criticism.
You expect that, like we were talking about earlier, you can find anything wrong with anything if you look for it hard enough. The thing that is the worst thing about anything that you do, you put your time and hard work into something, and then somebody else, no, didn't like that, So, I think that's the worst about it.
Was it at all rough for you, though, to sit down and read some of the criticism? Because in your professional career, you haven't been faced with that very much in terms of singing. I mean, nobody ever wrote, really, that you couldn't sing.
Please, you should have been around. You get used to it. You know what I'm saying? I've been criticized about my singing. I've been criticized to the degree where people have said, when I did the Star Spangled Banner, it was in question, was that really me singing? I don't know. I think that, when you do something as major as a film, I didn't just get a little part, I got a big part. I had to play opposite Kevin Costner. I think it leaves you open for a lot of things, especially criticism.
As you reflect, and I know that you've been offered other movie parts prior to this one, do you think now, without saying it was a mistake or the best thing to do you think now that this was the best vehicle you could have taken for your first film?
I think so, Ed. I think it was the best thing for me, coming from music into movies. It's a very, can be very detrimental, you can do a film and can be really bad, I was very careful about what I chose to do. I looked at several scripts. I mean, people had already starred me in movies, she's going to be a dream girl. No, she's going to be Josephine Baker. No, she's going to do this, she's going to do that. And I didn't want to do any of that, I wasn't in any hurry to do a film. I wanted to do a good project. The part didn't have to be major. It could have been something very small, as long as it was something that I knew that I could make believable,
The part was believable because Houston plays Rachel Moran, a music superstar. Houston said while she wasn't playing herself, she could relate to the character. I wondered if, like her character, she could relate to being stalked by a crazed fan.
When you get to a point of popularity, a lot of your privacy, your life is taken from you. But you give it up if this is what you want to do. You make a choice, And it's better to know what, that choice entails than to jump into it and say, I want to be a star, I knew what the deal was when I got into it, I have family who was very knowledgeable of the business, What you don't bargain for is the fact that you may get one or two people, that say, man, I love her so much, I hate her, or I just can't stand her, or, whatever the extreme is, I have had that.
I also wondered if she was concerned about the backlash she might get from having an on-screen interracial romance.
Yeah, I know that's something that could be criticized. I mean, but how old and tired can it be? I mean, that issue's so old and it's so tired. Let's milk the black and white issue. Let's milk it some more, It's enough is enough.
I also asked Whitney how she prepared for the movie.
I watch Lauren Bacall movies, because I love Lauren Bacall. I think she's pretty tough, So I watched her movies, and I watched how she acted, and how she responded and stuff like that. And I watched Kevin. Kevin was really, somebody that I could have on set. You know what I'm saying? He was coaching me in a sense, but he was in it with me, you know. I mean, I couldn't ask for better, you know. I had asked if they wanted me to get a coach in acting, you know, and stuff, and they said no, that they didn't think it was necessary, you know. But if there should ever come a part, you know, that comes my way that I think, you know, yeah, well, I have to do some research in it, you know, and I need some, sure, I'd definitely be down for it.
A lot of people who do movies, once they see the movie, feel that it was different than they thought it was going to be going in and while they were on the set.
It is.
I'm wondering what you thought. Is the movie that we see in the theaters the movie you thought it would be? Honestly, Miss Houston?
Yes, it is. Because I was told that when I did this movie, that it would be a movie that I could be proud of. And I am.
Up next, husband Bobby Brown and those nasty rumors.